Hello, apa khabar? And welcome to the virtually Peranakan Fest 2021, keeping our spirits and our culture strong. My name is Alvin On from Peranakan Sayang, and it's my pleasure to organize this festival for you and also to be your host. We hope that this annual 2-day non-stop online festival brings entertainment, knowledge, joy and comfort in these challenging times to babas and nyonyas and those who love the culture around the world. As we all come together to celebrate all things Peranakan. Kamsialah semua datang sini sama-sama kita ya. Kita semua happy wahilah sama-sama. Now for the first program of day 2, we will be going to Pinang to hear about the intriguing story of Kapitan China and the Nyonya, psychedelic story of the mansion with Lillian Tong. But before that, I have my good friend who is at the Intan Singapore to join me as a co-host. So please welcome my good friend Alvin Yap.
Intan right here. And I'm super excited to share with you later what Lillian from the Pinang Peranakan mentioned has for us.
Yeah, we'll see it, Alvin. So let's go on to Penang. We're going to see Lillian. Lillian, are you there? Hello, Lillian. Ah, wow. We're actually at the Penang Peranakan. Where she is. Wow. Hello, Lillian.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Pinang Peranakan Mansion, and today we have with us my kawan China, and we are actually celebrating his birthday, 200 years, and so this is his bicentennial, and today Peranakan Sayang is premiering the celebration, the beginning of the celebration, which is going to be held on 3rd December up till next year.
So nice to see you. Wow.
Lillian, you know, I've been to the Pinang Peranakan Mansion many times ever since Mr. Stoon started it years ago, you know. Can I ask you a few things? One, I know this very wonderful celebration of this 200 bicentennial. Can you tell us some of the programs that we can expect in the coming weeks and months?
Okay, we are having tours, special tours to study, which you'll get a preview of, the secrets of the carvings, because apparently there are 7 to 8 famous China craftsmen, and they have actually left their signatures hidden in the carvings. And also the beautiful scrolls and couplets, and we all being Baba Nyonya, not educated in Mandarin or classics, we don't understand. So we have an expert architect and historian come in and explain all this. And so his birthday not only celebrated in Penang because he started life in Taipei as a tin miner. And Kapitan China was a young man who left his hometown, sent by his mother to look for his father and brother because he long already, never get any news from them. So mother sent this boy, and in the span of 20 years, he became head of the Haisan Secret Society. Another 20 years, he became Kapitan China. So he was working in the tin mines, and not only that, he was an innovator. He was the one who started the first hydraulic tin mining, and his mines was the biggest mine in the world.
Whoa!
Yes, for a Cina Apek Lombong, you know. So,
Cina Apek.
So we discovered that it was his birthday this year because there are different dates. Some people say 1827, but generally it was stated as 1821. So we are going to have this birthday party, and so there'll be a lot of tours on him, his story, the mansion, the architecture, because actually when Prince Charles visited this place, Pinang, he wanted to choose one place. He asked the High Commissioner of in KL to choose one place for him to hold his royal reception, and he actually chose Pinang Peranakan Mansion. And
Yay!
So the reception was here, and then so the architecture is absolutely amazing. We have conservation architects and heritage people who are really in love with this place because there's a lot of symbolism. So this man, he was patrons of the Engineers Institute. So later we shall see the elements of Penang as a port city back in those days. There is a Western influence, European, Chinese, Nusantara, spread all over this place. Although he was not a Baba and he was a Chinese immigrant. So this is he and this mention is a testament of the overseas Chinese diaspora and how they made good within one generation.
Wow.
So shall we have a look at
Yes.
So Lillian, sorry. Lillian. Okay, I think we can't wait to start, but I think a lot of our viewers are very intrigued with what you're wearing.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Share with us.
What is a lovely baju?
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to share with us and then we can start the tour. Yeah, what
She looked like she's going to get married, no?
I
Nak
think
kahwin kah?
This love affair 200 years ago cannot meet. We will never pretend to meet.
Ay, drama seh.
So today I try to dress up like a teen miner's wife tai.
Wow.
Okay, it's my dear Felix. Hey, by the way, this is an antique costume. So
Wow.
if I walk today in the live broadcast and my skirt drops off, it's okay. I have a petticoat inside.
she's got a what? A banquet?
She got a petticoat inside.
Petticoat. I
Petticoat.
thought she's got a
Yeah, but
banquet
I think the viewership might just go up, so we shall see.
Oh, sorry. You just see. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
Lillian, all
very
yours.
Yeah, it's fine silk, and then it was breaking up. Yeah, so we had to do a lot of mending.
Yes.
So we actually chose this for all of you. This costume. Susah sih. Okay.
Wah.
Because we are going to his birthday party.
Ah, yalah.
Kapitan China's one there. Here is Kapitan China.
Yeah.
And you can see from his robe the Mandarin belt. So the Mandarin rank badge is a second rank Mandarin with the golden fastened insignia. And he got the nice, look at the nice necklace, yeah. So he also pakai necklace, nice. And this is his summer surcoat, so it's a bit cooler. And of course his Mandarin hat. And if the emperor favors him, he might even get a peacock feather that extends out behind. So the Qing dynasty rank badges always have the birds facing to his right, because in those days the mandarins will be standing like where he is. The emperor will be seated to his right. So all the birds are facing the emperor, paying homage to the son of heaven.
Wow.
Right. So let's go down and have a look at the other the architecture that attracted the Prince of Wales.
Yeah, who's that with you?
Ayah.
Must introduce.
My
Ayah, your twin.
This is my kakak, Melinda Song. Wait, mana?
Yes, Melinda.
We all not professional. See, I cannot find ourselves.
Cantik lah. Hello, Melinda.
Hello. Okay, so she's my cheerleader, so always come and tolong me lah. Okay,
No pom-pom lah.
Now, maybe you want to flash them the cantik-cantik book cover of the book that actually written by Tan Yao Wei. He wrote on the architecture of this building.
Okay, I'll show an image. This is the Kapitan China Chung Keng Kui Bicentennial from 1821 to 2021. I believe this is the book.
Lillian, is the book published really? Is it available and how do we get it? Okay, she's busy walking down without dropping her petticoat.
Yeah. Alvin, how many times have you been to the mansion?
Oh my lord, I've been there so many times, and every time I go there, I see something new.
Yes.
I salivate because Peter Soon, the owner, is such a wonderful collector, and he creates such a wonderful experience.
Yes.
Lillian, can you hear us?
So we are downstairs on the first floor, and Kapitan, because he's patron of the arts and engineers institute, or because he was patron of the arts of the European Engineers Institute. This guy very pandai-pandai. See, pillars were Scottish ironworks. And here it says McFarlane, Glasgow. So that is Scotland, yeah. And
Wow.
the floor, Minton tiles, Stoke-on-Trent.
Minton tiles.
From England.
From England.
Yes. And then some people tell me, Nyonya, you campur aduk lah, you confused. Why your house got English, got British, got Nusantara, got Chinese? Because itulah Baba Nyonya, we are like that. And because Penang was a port city. And so all the beautiful things from the east, China, Japan, and the west, Arabs, India, Europe, all came to Penang. And so we have all the beautiful treasures locked in our history. This beautiful battle springs and a marble table.
Yeah. Don't forget beautiful people also.
Okay, now we are going to check out the secret. We are going to check out the secret. Where am I? Okay, the secret signs and carvings left by the carvers.
Wow.
So
This is
here
something
you
I
go.
do not know.
So this, Nyonya don't know Mandarin. I cannot speak Mandarin. So I asked somebody yesterday, and he says, this is not historian told me, this is a poem or an idiom, a Chinese poem or idiom. And here is the year, the dating, I think. Betul kah? And you
Anybody
see
who can
upstairs,
read Chinese?
up here, cantik-cantik, the whole frame here has got pictures of lychee, images of lychee, and that is because Kapitan China came. It is said that Kapitan China came from a place where it's famous for lychee, and also lychee means lychee or something sounds like that. That says plenty of children.
Fruitful.
Lychee means plenty of chi, money. And here is the signature of the guy.
I can see number 3 there.
I think so left to be verified. So all the China things, but see the cantik, where mana?
Wow. So much
Lillian.
details there.
The crown.
Lillian.
See the crown at the top of the pillar? Yes.
Lillian, as a museum lover, and I'm sure many of our viewers are, right? A couple of questions for you. The carvings that you showed us, were they original to the house when Mr. Soon bought the house? That's the first question. And number 2, you mentioned that he came from a village that sounded like lychee. Do you know which village? And number 3, so in the end, how many children did the Kapitan have?
Recorded children is 10 sons and 6 girls.
Recorded,
I tak tahu.
Okay.
And so just now I just showed you the secret. Whatever it says, whatever the secret is still a secret to me. Okay. So
Lillian, we got a question for you.
yeah.
Alvin, can you ask the question, the first two questions
So
again?
the question is, these carvings that you said, right? Were they original when Mr. Soon bought the house? I mean, did he really come with the house?
Yeah, some of them are original, but these are all original. And the thing is that some of them are because there was no roof when we bought this place. The roof had fallen in, so it was in very, very bad shape. When I passed by this place as a little girl, I thought it looks like Sleeping Beauty's castle because it was covered with all the trees and shrubs and in my little heart, as a little girl, I thought that there's no way anyone can save this place, but someone did, and so there were some carvings that were very, very destroyed. It will take me some time to get there, so never mind. So we actually found carvers to come back and carved the original, like say a copy. If say this bird is missing, we asked a carver to carve the bird, and then we put it back. And it's the same with the tiles. Yeah, so some of the tiles are missing already. So we go to the old houses and we say, we want to buy the corner tile from your kitchen. Can you please sell this to us? And they did. So we
Wonderful.
took the tiles and replaced them. So
One of our viewers just shared, George, he said that the carver's name is stated there. It's called Chow San Yu.
And
Thank you very much.
This one is from China, in China Street in Penang. Because in Penang, we have a place called Lo Pan Hong, which is a carpenter's guild. And the carvers would have been there.
How long did it take in the end to restore the house to what it is today?
More than 3 years, but less than 4 years, because we got this in 2000 and it was opened in 2004.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, let's move on. I think there are a lot of things you want to see, and you
Okay,
don't want to miss
so
anything.
we'll
Yeah.
go and have a look at other places.
Don't worry about time. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
We're all enjoying your session.
Yeah, we waited 200 years for this.
I must go slowly because my skirt might fall off. Okay.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be the dramatic moment,
My skirt
everybody.
might disintegrate.
Disintegrate, okay? Let's see whether we got a magic show happening at the Pinang Peranakan mansion. Just in case we lose some connectivity, because they're at a very interesting space at the mansion, where it's between the main mansion hall and the next door temple, which is the family temple, I believe, and we're in there. How wonderful.
You know, Alvin, I also heard, and maybe Lillian can clarify, apparently when the house was sold, one of the requests from the family was that the ancestral hall should remain intact as original as it is. And that's why many visitors, even myself, sometimes we overlook the ancestral hall because it's not part of how the restoration was, and it is still a functioning ancestral hall. That's why I understand. Is that true, Lillian?
Yeah.
Yes, true. Because the family still comes back to pray at feast days. Although it is we who will lay out a nice, this 4th of December, we are going to lay out a roast pig for him because this is Tua Se Jit. And let me introduce you to Kapitan China. Again,
eh?
let me try to go and stand next to him.
Would this be the statue?
What in heaven's name is she doing?
She is dancing around the altar. Shh. This is a secret. There he is.
Oh my lord, I don't even remember seeing that statue.
Yes, it was there. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
here's
it's a
Kapitan
bust of
China.
him.
Yeah, and he had this statue made of himself when he was still alive.
How
Wow.
old would he have been at that time?
I think when he became Mandarin, and on his 75th birthday, so yeah, 75 years old.
So this would have been at least he would have been at least 75 years old, at least,
Yeah,
right?
but this is not any ordinary statue, mind you, because Kapitan China, this was given by the Engineers Institute to honor him. And the people who cast this statue was a man called Benjamin Creswick, and he belongs to the Birmingham sculptors. And the Birmingham sculptors were the people who put Admiral Nelson on Trafalgar Square. So this is not ordinary sculpture, right? So it is sculpted by a very famous company.
Wow. Such
And
an
this
honor.
statue has always been in the ancestral hall.
Yes. So you will see this ancestral hall or temple. No angkong. So the chief angkong is Kapitan China lah. And
Okay.
12 Hokkien urns that tells you he can trace back 12 generations of ancestors.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some people have the one law where all the ashes are put together as all the ancestors in one, but he has individual ones. So maybe this one is for the really the first Chokong that they never knew anyone about. I'm going
Such a
live.
wonderful place. Whenever I go to the mansion, I'm always in awe. It's like, wow, there's overwhelming things to see all
And
over the mansion.
we have a wedding couple that is having their wedding photos taken. And
Wow,
here,
excellent.
I look at the Chinese tablets. So some of them have red words inscribed on them. The red words actually tell you whether it's Emperor Kangxi or Emperor Kongsu, which then gives you the dating of these tablets. And again, Nyonya tak boleh baca.
Maybe we can suggest to get somebody to translate it and put a little sign at the side and tell, oh, what does this tablet mean?
Yeah. So this is why for this anniversary, we've got historians and architects who come in to decipher them, and that will be the special tour.
Wonderful. And that is happening pretty soon.
Yes, 3rd, 4th, 5th December, and then after that, we are all actually going into to Taiping, because Taiping was where he had in mind. In fact, those days, Taiping was not called Taiping; it was called Clan Pua, and it was called Clan Pua, and because of the Bangkok Treaty, it was renamed as Taiping, and then Taiping means supreme peace, and so Zheng Kenghui actually named his fourth son Zheng Taiping, which is Zheng Taiping. So he named his son after Taiping.
Such wonderful
Lillian,
information.
earlier you introduced to us that book, right, in celebration of the 200th bicentennial. What can we expect in that book? Do we see all these carvings and meanings behind them? Do we get to see that in the
We
book?
will be explaining about his life. We will write his life story, and also this mention how he built it, how he acquired it is another story which you can only read in the book. It was actually okay lah, tell you all lah. But it was the story of he is head of the Haitan Secret Society, right? And so he was head of the Haitan Secret Society, and then he fought with the Gihins, and through that they actually renamed. Where was I? Sorry, because there was so loud disturbance.
Okay, let's try this again. He was the head of the Haitan Secret
All right.
Society.
Yes. And so he and the Gihins, they brigado and they fight, and Gihin lost, and so Gihin had to give this house or this building, this property, not this temple, the Pinang Peranakan mansion, and it's called Hai Kichan, to the Hai Sons. And so Kapitan China took that building and he demolished the whole building at 31
Whoa.
Church Street. And he installed another building at 29 Church Street, which is today Pinang Peranakan Mansion or his Hai Kichan. And so the headquarters of the Gihins, 31 Church Street, is totally leveled, and today is our car park.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Right.
So Kapitan also loves wayang, and he wants to see wayang forever. So actually, Kapitan China planned for his eternity very well. And he had wayang even built into the walls. So let's have a look at the wayang.
Yeah.
Nice.
So apparently these stories, from the Chinese classics, the Three Kingdoms, beautiful stories, which again, Nyonya tak tahu lah. A bit lah. But too long, maybe there's another story for another day. Then, come and see this. Double doors. Double doors are always kept shut. Double doors because you know ada pintu, yeah? Not the
Yeah.
gate. then the pintu, and then this one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 doors. So this double door is always kept shut because it's only for the arrival of the emperor, the magistrate, and the mandarin. Then it will be thrown open and they can walk through. So only emperor, empress, magistrate, and mandarins can use this door. Orang lain tak boleh lah. Normal ordinary folks tak boleh lah. Mere mortals tak boleh lah. So mere mortals of that must walk around lah.
Right.
Yeah, the side lah.
The side
Okay.
doors. Yeah.
Yeah, but Nyonya is not mere mortal.
Oh yes.
So
She's
I can
wearing an
walk
antique
through.
baju.
I can walk through.
Jeng, jeng,
Lillian, walk
jeng.
slowly, walk slowly. We don't want the
Yeah.
script
Ah.
to... Okay.
So all of you also because empress, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
So you see a high threshold. How to masuk wearing your sarung kebaya.
How like that?
Never mind. Okay, can open.
Ah, okay.
You are a Mandarin, then if you are a Mandarin, then we'll check your stature lah. If you walk through here with your feet down,
Wow.
Oi.
cantik, then bagus. You are Mandarin. If you stumble like that, cannot be Mandarin lah. So you see, I can tell you something.
Yeah.
Chinese are the first people who discovered virtual reality.
Really?
Really? Betul-betul tak bohong, Nyonya tak bohong. Because everybody know in the Chinese classic history, the emperor, I don't know which one lah, so many. The emperor had demons in his nightmare. So he very takut, like cannot sleep lah. So he had his generals come and stand by his bedside. So every time the demons come and kacau him, the generals will come into his nightmare and fight the demons. And it worked. So he could sleep properly. But then he thought, I cannot have the generals standing next to my bedside when they should be out at war. So he came up with a clever idea to paint their likeness on the doors. And then when the jahat spirits see that, they takut lah. So they think it's a real thing. And they have the face saved. So today,
Nice.
then houses, temples will have all these painted generals to jaga pintu. The other story in Penang is that we also have the Bengali guards, jaga pintu. And that is another story. Because those days they were the most trusted soldiers. And that
Yeah.
we can speak Kung Fu.
Yes, correct. There's a history to that. Baba Chris has also joined in and he said even in Thai royal temples, the middle doors are only open to the king when he visits. So very similar, yeah?
Okay, now from here, I would like to show you the. Okay, look up there, got rumah-rumah di atas. So long ago, when I first came here, we were wondering like, what is this the place where Kapitan Cina his spirit wants to come in through there kah? Apa atau he built this house for his kawan-kawan kah? We don't know. Then I had a Chinese visiting scholar and he says, Kapitan Cina did want to build a house, but that time he don't want paper house. He want betul-betul punya rumah on top of the Chesua Kwa Hai, sit on top of the mountain. And his house is positioned in such a way that it faces the rising sun. Wow! So the rumah, can you imagine when you when he wakes up in the morning, he says, "I'm not going back." He also faces
Turn around. Oh,
Yeah.
both sides.
Inside there and here, you can see the 8. Can you see the 8?
Yes.
Yeah, the Pak Sian. So he wakes up and faces the Pak Sian and Fu Lu Shou, the 3 stellar gods. So every morning he already get blessed lah, because he got luck, he got longevity, he got good fortune.
Such an auspicious place.
Yeah. And so over here, you can also see the riches. Up there. All right, the ridges, we have got dragons prancing on the rooftops and mythological beasts riding the ridges. So they actually, only people with stature like Kapitan are allowed to have symbols like this on their temples, because this is not the ordinary ancestral temple. It is Kapitan China's temple. And also, the fact that Kapitan China actually then he built an ancestral temple actually meant that he has left his motherland and have made Penang his homeland. So he already put down the roots. He already put down the roots for the his descendants to carry on living here in Penang.
You know, Alvin, yesterday we did a session with Tian from Malacca on the air wells, right?
That's right.
I don't know, does this give you a sense of like, I don't know, it just reminded me of the air wells that we saw yesterday.
Well, this is actually an air well, and there's a big air well at the main mansion as well.
Right.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
So
there's
it's
so much
consistent.
of similarities in it. It's wonderful.
Yes.
So actually, when maybe it's a decade ago when I was here, there is a plug up there on the passageway that says, "This is the pathway of the leader of the overseas Chinese." So imagine, people at that time, his peers, consider him the leader of the overseas Chinese. And there was a saying that even if you are as rich as Kapitan China, you would not have been able to own as many houses as he did. So can
How
you
many
imagine?
houses did he have?
Cannot count. That's why I cannot count. I cannot tell you. Cannot count.
He had too many. Too many.
And not only that, his son, Chung Taiping, remember the Taiping boy from
Yes.
Taiping?
Yeah.
He, if you look at him in 20th century impressions of British Malaya, you would, no more China Pe already. This one is real Baba style. No suits, 3-piece suit,
Wow.
open top sports car. He was into horse racing and equestrian activities. He was into the literary society. So he was as Anglophile Baba as you can get.
Very
Lillian,
westernized by then.
Yeah.
Lillian,
So I
did
believe
any of the children, or did Kapitan have any Peranakan concubine or daughter-in-law, or did anybody married? It is.
This one you korek all the story out.
Wait lah, 5 wives. What do you think? Then Penang girls are so pretty lagi.
I know, right? Look, wow, so pretty.
I
So-
think it's yes lah.
Yeah.
He has in his wife. So I don't know whether she's a Nyonya, but Chung Taiping definitely have got very strong influence with the British. So actually he studied at the first ever British school in Taiping, which is today name sudah changed, the King Edward School. He was educated in St. Xavier's, and he was in King Edward School together with my Kung Tai, my great grandfather. Hey, so here got secret society link one, you know.
Our friend from
Mama.
Eclectic Peranakan said he actually married a Nyonya. Oh, so ada cerita lah.
And then his birthday, okay, long ago during his 75th birthday, let's have a look at his birthday present. Okay.
Oh, okay, let's have a look.
Your music stopped at the right time.
The drama.
It's actually a root of a tree. Root.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the root of the tree, and it was a present. And apparently this must be very fashionable, because around this place there are 3 kind of gifts like this. Yeah, here's one more.
they're
This one-
carved roots.
Yes, and this one has a lot of nodes. So it's quite amazing.
Wow.
I've never seen this when I was there. Maybe I overlooked it.
You were too excited. There's
And
too
one
many
is,
things.
I think the Chekong, which is the beggar god. People pai the Chekong, who's the beggar god for money.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is the most important and magnificent present of all, which is very famous because these are 13 panels. 13 is a lucky number. And 13 panels that actually tells you these were gifts from the important men of this time, including Chong Fasi of the Blue Mansion, they all kawan-kawan. And they actually extol his deeds. So his bicentennial celebration, this will be one of the highlights. We're going to have a tour on this.
Lillian,
that
these
is-
pieces, these birthday gifts, were they found in the house or did Mr. Soon manage to
Because
collect
this was
them
a
back?
temple that the family, although the house was in ruins, the family still come here to pray. And every year, just before Chinese New Year, we will send all our boys to the tomb to clean the tomb and the gravesite for Kapitan. And you see, Kapitan lived his life so full and well, and he also planned for eternity. So he actually built a very massive graveyard. It was so big that it is probably, according to the historians here, they say it's the biggest in Southeast Asia. And he named it the Region of Long Life, region, R-E-G-I-O-N, of Long Life. And it was built with green stone and carved carvings. And it has a Wing Chun, I don't know how to pronounce, but generals, 4 human-sized generals at the side. And only those days, the very first-class mandarins or royalty are accorded these generals on their graves. But Kapitan has it. So either he is worthy to have the generals at his gravesite, or never mind, the Penang, China don't know, the emperor don't know, still put your general up, nobody will chop off your head lah. Then at the back behind this building, there is a well. And I have read reports from the counselors, the counselors of Georgetown, and they said that they have seen headless bodies bobbing up in the sea. And so So we believe that there are secret passages, because if you come to a temple and you walk in your high heels, your kasumane, you can actually hear the hollow sound downstairs. And then the well is behind, so we don't go there because too many people died very check up in like there, so better not disturb them. And it seems that this well, it leads up to the sea, so that's why there were headless bodies bobbing up in the sea, which is reported by the councillors. And because this is Church Street and this is Beach Street, so Beach Street formerly was the beach, and today we have the reclaimed land.
Yeah.
Nice.
So beautiful, right? So much stories behind it.
They have one more present. Besar.
Wow.
As tall as I am. Oh no, I think taller than me.
Much
This
taller.
is another birthday present.
Wow.
Do we still have time to see the other places?
Yeah, we just got a few more minutes.
Okay, let's just go to one last beautiful section of the house, which is my most favorite part because I'm a writer, and I'll show you the place and you will understand why.
Okay.
I
Wow,
hope you
it's
don't see along the way, because this was secret passage, so can go often, you know.
Oh, okay. So not everybody gets to go to these places, and we're so thankful that Lillian is bringing us around. It's like a secret adventure we're going on, eh? Now,
You know,
make
Alvin,
sure that
just now when Lillian showed the 2 guards on the door, right?
yes,
Maybe that's how our police force got inspired to have those crime policemen in front of the shopping mall, so that people think that
wow, this
Something. You see the doors? got auspicious lah. Auspicious
Yeah.
crab. Mana the fish?
Prawns.
Prawn fish.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we Chinese, we want wealth. Then
Right.
we say we must copy, and they are very good examples. So the prawn always goes this way forward. And
Oh.
so get your wealth there. Put line, put kalewa. Then the crab goes sideways. So side also take. Then the fish wait, right and left also take. So,
All directions, is it?
How you get wealthy? Follow the crab, the prawn, and the fish.
Wow, that's the way to do it. We're going in.
I remember that, Alvin, even though the mansion
Mm.
was there for so many years, every time I go back, there was a new annex and a new extension.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Back
Maybe
in
this way
those
we are
days-
now.
Back in those days, it was a study because Kapitan China, he himself came from an agricultural background. He was a farmer's kid. He actually built so many schools and donated the highest sum of money to St. Xavier's and all the other schools. So he was very interested in education, which is why he came out with this. I always imagine that if I live here, and since I'm an author and a writer, I will be writing my stories and maybe back in those days, my poems, my calligraphy. And here would have been an open air garden.
Yeah. That's another airwell for you.
Yeah.
Lillian, the
And if I get
Wi-Fi
very-
seems to be very static, a bit disrupted there. I'm not sure that you want to go to a place where the Wi-Fi is slightly stronger because we're receiving very hard signals from you.
Okay, just look at the pond first. Okay, we will go somewhere we can get the signal.
In the meantime, for those of you who have just joined us, we are now in Penang with Lillian, and she's showing us the different parts of the mansion where it's going to be highlighted during the bicentennial celebration of Kapitan Chong's birthday, right? In
Yeah, that's right.
1821, and they've got a wonderful book that they've published, and it will feature many parts of Kapitan Chong's life.
Yeah.
So much
So we
better
just got
now.
time to wrap this up.
Yeah. So so that was the study, and so this house was built in 1894, and of course you can see from here that he was he has a very good aesthetic sense and also very much interest in architecture.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much, Lillian, for that fantastic tour around the Penang Peranakan Mansion. I think everybody really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic journey around. Thank you so much. Can you please tell us, for those who want to go and visit, when is it open?
We are open all year round.
All right. Even these days?
Yes, because our restrictions have been lifted, so we have been open since 11th of November.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Alvin, any last words?
Just one, how do our viewers get hold of the book? I think everyone wants to know.
Oh, you see, we are going to have a big party to celebrate the birthday. And we, 3rd of December, actually, we're having the chief minister and we have invited the Chinese ambassador and all that. And the Sun Long Association. Sun Long Association was started by Cheng Keng Kui, Taiping, Gopeng, Pinang, and the Guangdong and the Sun Tak Association. So we are all coming together for a party, and we want our photos to be in the magazine. So we'll have to wait. And then the following week, we are going to Taiping to celebrate, because Taiping was the town.
Will the book be available on that day?
No. We will only unveiling of the book. The book will be available after Chinese New Year, because we have managed to even find in the tin mines, the original owner of the land was Ngah Ibrahim, and his son now is the Orang Besar Jajahan, a Menteri. And so we are going down to Taipei to celebrate with him and
Wonderful.
the societies there.
Yeah.
So
we all must look out for the book after Chinese New Year, Alvin. We must check out the
Definitely.
Facebook page and the websites for the book because I think it's going to be so wonderfully interesting. Yes.
Okay. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you so much, Nia Lillian, for that fantastic
Thanks to
tour
my sister.
around. And thank you,
The videographer
Melinda, as
today.
well.
Sister.
Kamsia, so beautiful y'all, cantik y'all. Ayo. And thank you very much.
Video mabuk, you know. Nyonya mabuk today.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Lillian and Melinda. And thank you very much, Alvin, for being with me hosting
It
this
was
session
my
as
honor,
well.
my friend.
Okay, thank you. Well, everybody, that's the end of this program. Thank you, everybody, for all your comments and joining us. And do join us for our next program. It's happening at 2 p.m. Ala Sayang, Reflections of a Nyonya Writer by Dr. Lee Soo Kim. We're going to Kuala Lumpur. So thank you for joining us here at our virtually Peranakan Fest 2021. Let's keep our culture and spirit strong. So take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.